I figured it out. It works. I'm a genius. It's English. Story. Single player. The very cool thing on this game is with the second. I have to clean up my table a little bit. I had my notebook and whatever here. Okay, one interesting thing is, first of all, the art style is pretty nice, but if you go on the difficulty, it's a bit more, yeah, it looks nice, and then, yep, you're basically fucked. Story mode, nay. I think I'm just gonna go with classic. I don't know. You can probably change it, but... And I just realized I still have this. I still can't do it. Okay, let's begin. Since I got the updated model more or less with those two toggles, I also improved the breathing animation. So I just go with the new model, which means I can turn off my facial hair. Character creator. I think in a game like this, you basically have to make your own. And I'm for sure not gonna go with him. I absolutely despise him. He's a huge cunt. He's fun. I don't think I'm gonna go with a dwarf. I don't know. An elf would actually be pretty good, since they have a pretty good... Yeah, but remember that, and when we talk to him, you can interact with him later on. You will understand why I hate him. I'm tending to make an elf for one very good reason. They have ability, and now the flesh sacrifice. They have an ability. You can randomly find corpse pieces, say a torso, or a head, an arm, or a leg, or something like that. And elves possess the ability to eat them and gain, first of all, they heal from that. Second of which, they gain information, so you can learn skills or locations of items or something through eating corpses. And I forgot to turn on the game sound again. And the game design, the sound design in the game is pretty nice. Okay, elf, maybe. And I tend to make this a support character. I don't know, a support mage. The only thing is, the elf, the outfit looks pretty weird. But the ribcage looks, let's call it interesting. Witch, no. Wizard. Cleric. Restoration. A cleric would also be a tanky character. No, not gonna do that. I assume. Yeah, I don't want to smash skulls. A water wizard, yeah. I might go with yep, in that game, elves eat corpses. They have also the ability flesh sacrifice. No, they are a little bit fucked. So yeah, they can basically eat a piece of themselves to gain extra energy to attack one more time or something. So that's why I want an elf in my party. A wizard, I'm probably gonna have a more or less multi-class between a wizard and a cleric. But I have to say I hate the outfits. It's almost like a deal breaker right now. What kind of outfit is this? He ran through a bush and got stuck, basically. That's his outfit. Because I basically know my people I want on my team, and I would have this would be the only elf. Human is yeah. Okay, I just gonna say, yep, it's not the style of outfit I would wear. Yeah, I'm gonna go with elf. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go with elf. Cleric, bloodsucker. Yeah, or mage. Oh, wizard. Let's go with a wizard and just give it. I want something like a support wizard as my character, since a support character are pretty nice. Yeah, you can also learn something like chloroform, and you can literally heal from standing in blood if you have the right skill set. Oh, I didn't really realize what changed. Okay, honey. The Buster. Let's go with this one. That looks okay. That face is scary. Hmm. I don't know. Not gonna lie, the face, this character design is a little bit creepy. Oh, can become a melon. I'm tempted to use this hairstyle. It looks disgusting, but it reminds me of JoJo. Okay, there are not really any good hairstyles. I'm gonna go with JoJo. Hmm. Actually, I have to take plant, say. I can't. Okay, elves apparently can't have a beard. That sucks.
Prepare yourself. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Nice try.
Try again.
You're not trying to escape our
Glory is mine.
Okay, that's a weird voice.
ready.
Try again.
Try again.
I'm ready.
I'll yield to none.
I'm ready.
Prepare.
Try again.
Almost got me that time.
Okay, let's go with this voice. It's most pleasant. Intelligence, yeah, basically. Lore. Telekinesis. I need telekinesis. Telekinesis is such a good move. I at least need one character with telekinesis. The trickster sounds like, I don't know, just like a person you wouldn't want around you. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Geomancer, Paramancer, yeah, why not? Nick. Okay, no. Since I want to basically be a nice dude who heals his cameras, not sucks the life energy out of people, summoning is actually pretty fun, not gonna lie. I usually play the summoner character. I think I'm... The problem is, if I go water and fire, that's probably not a good combination. I should probably, I don't know, do water and electro. You can change it up later on in the game, so... Leadership. Talents. Nah, he's an electro and waterbender. I think that's a good combination, all things considered. Okay. Might be okay for him. Escape, no. He's gonna throw a water bomb at someone in a car battery, basically. Glass cannon. Okay, that sounds risky. Okay. Ice King. Yeah, that's the skill. You can literally smash someone's head in, and as long as you stand in his blood, everything is okay. Living armor. Lone wolf, no. There are a lot of skills. I know there were a few very, very good ones. Walk it off. What a rush. Okay. Executioner. That's actually one of the best skills out there, since if you fight someone who's weak enough, you can literally gain more points by killing them than you spend for killing them. The problem is now. That's the skull. Corpse Eater. It's hard to decide. Yeah. The executioner is just, you walk up, smash someone's head in, and go for. And Corpse Eater, oh, 5 started. No, I don't know. Lich, no. Living armor, no. Lone wolf. Memory, maybe. That's pretty good if you have a close water master. That skill is pretty good, since there are a few quest lines you can only perform if you can talk to an animal. That might actually be nice. Torturer, no. I either gonna go with, where was it? This one? Yeah. Or intelligent, living armor, no. Or yeah. Best thing is, it probably works if you stand in the middle of fire, which you can imagine is actually not good. But you can run further. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Since I have a few plans for this character. Ooh, yeah, you can also get your own whatever you were. Just I don't know. Mystic. Let's go with a mystic noble. The super rich widow. Instrument. Let's go with the cello. Our elf boy is gonna run around with the cello. Yeah, I like the cello. Now we need a name. Should I make a self-insert name, or should I just go with Jojo? Since, yeah. But if I were to build a Jojo character, I would have to use a summoning build. Let's go with my name from Elden Ring. Mr. D. Mr. D's nuts. Or, yeah, let's do it proper. Start game. Actually, oh, no. It's just for multiplayer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, the cinematic.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic.
Of sauce magic.
And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
I have to say, I really like the art style. But a lot of D&D inspired stuff has incredible art style.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
One of the huge things in the game is the tutorial section. We are now on a ship, but the tutorial, I think, takes at least a few hours. So if you really count everything as the tutorial. Yeah, I never really played D&D, the actual D&D or tabletop games myself, since, yeah, you need friends, location, friends who know at least one of them should know D&D and that kind of stuff. But I'm interested in the games. Oh, hello. So I have at least a little bit of knowledge. And this game, I'm 100% certain you probably heard of Baldur's Gate 3, the super huge game that came out relatively recently. That's the previous game from the same developer. So this game is very well liked and was considered as one of the closest games to D&D without being D&D. If you had Animal Handler, you could speak with the sheep here.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Yeah, but they improved quite a bit from what I've seen, and didn't really look into Baldur's Gate 3, since I want to play it, and I want to finish this game first.
Did you expect a needle?
The overall feel is relatively similar, but for dialogues and such, they improved a lot. Oops.
Did you expect a needle?
Ooh. That's the basically best item in the game. Hey. I should be able to... Why can't I... I can remember I used this bucket as a helmet, or another bucket. Open. In actuality, you could just go upstairs and finish the tutorial, but I want to get some stuff. I need another chest or whatever. You can literally use the telekinesis perk as a weapon, from what I've remember. You can throw a chest or whatever. Oh, I could have used this one at the enemy. Oil. Okay, this guard is asleep. Do I have... I don't think I have any weapons. Do I? No. Let's figure out if I can punch the guard to death. Or use... Fireball. Should be able to punch him to death, I assume. Yep. If you have enough telekinesis, you can throw it, I think, 20 meters or so. So your telekinesis is able to throw it 20 meters. And you can just pick a chest up or something, throw it at a guy, then throw it back. Or literally, you can fill your inventory with those barrels, throw that at someone, the barrels break open, and it's something like oil or, I don't know, you can basically find whatever you want in there. So poison, I don't know. And yeah, you can throw a barrel full of poison at someone. And I just realized there's water down there, so let's attack the dude. I think I have to attack him. I assume so. Let's punch him to death.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Okay. Let's hope. Okay, didn't quite work out as I wanted. Still, why not? If I had attacked him with that while he was standing in water, I would have killed him with one strike. But I didn't really. Flesh sacrifice.
Dogs lie.
Think if there might be a sleeping bag somewhere. If you lay yourself down and sleep for a little, you regenerate pretty quickly. What I remember. There's no sleeping bag. Let's talk to this guy.
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
I know what happens, so I know how good or bad it is. Should we help him out? Oh. Let's bring a few of them. Okay, this doesn't count as a bad. Maybe this does. Oh, yeah. Healing potion. What are you?
Empty.
I remember that there was a way to get in here without running through the poison, but I don't remember what it was. I think the sheep told you how you can get in there. And I don't remember how worth it was. But I have an idea. I don't know if it works, but I now have to try. What if we smash? Oops. A little bit of poison did never kill someone. That will be fine. What if we just smash? Can we smash you in? No. Let's sleep off the poison a little. Okay, what was in here? Was there even a point? No. Playing cards. So, should we release this nice little gentleman? And I think I found a bucket. Glorious bucket. Ooh, sleeping bag. Can I? No. I thought I could pick it up. Oh. Okay. Now I'm unkillable. I have the pocket of power.
Go ahead and ignore me. You should know it's not just my freedom at stake. A gentleman among jesters you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal. Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
And how are you supposed to do that? But why not?
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine.
The thing is, corpses
Nothing if not
have
my word.
always tasty loot on them.
My word, I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Okay. I shouldn't have done that, probably. Okay. My healing potions are pretty potent. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, that's... I completely forgot. Law Master allows you to examine weak points on enemies. Currently it's basically worthless, since the only weapon, if you want to call it, I have is bashing his head in with my kicks. But later on it's actually pretty useful. Okay. Almost finished the first boss fight. Even with my bucket, he's a struggle.
Strange forces are at work.
And his corpse didn't even have tasty loot. Yep, let's go upstairs. I don't think there's anything else left to do. There we are. Well, let's go upstairs. And some people would maybe assume that this is the tutorial area. Nope, the tutorial area. That's the pre-tutorial area still.
Empty.
Tasty loot.
In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
I don't like this lady.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Wouldn't you do that before coming on the ship?
Find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Well, let's be weirder to her.
You're alive, and you're having a conversation. You are on a ship, of course, but luckily for us both, we're merely sailing the plain old sea.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Alone the name for joy.
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to source. For good. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
I have to think all the time about sauce, so literally they just throw sauce as people.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
Yeah, it won't work. That's pretty obvious.
My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Ooh, we've got a map now. Secrets. Okay.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here?
Let's steal some stuff.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
This dude is a little bit too close. Ooh, we've got new pants. Oh. Plus 0.1 movement. Ooh, better roll. That's pretty good. Nice. It's basically free healing. Now we meet the other captives you can recruit in the party. And most of them are pretty nuts.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
I don't want to join her.
Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She smiles contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't we?
I don't really like her that much. I usually had her in my party since she's an elf, and from the preset characters, she's the only elf, but she's bonkers. I Yeah, no. Hmm. Well, here's basically one of the best character. He's fantastic.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp you found.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Like I said, he's probably my favorite character.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
There's only one other character I really like, and we're gonna meet him later on.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing.
Sounds very nice.
Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Fort Joy. Yeah, let's see what Fort Joy is about.
I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Not eager to bow before the great Bishop Alexander, son of the divine himself. My sentiments exactly. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
There has been a murder.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, elf, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Should we be a little bit of an asshole? We have backup, theoretically.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
I'll find out. I always do. Now away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Okay, we can't go through here. We don't have the key.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like...
He's also cool.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Okay.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Hmm.
The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
Yeah, I would assume that's relatively usual if you travel on a ship like that.
And? Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about.
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Yeah.
No, indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
He knows at least a lot about ships. If you can deduce the distance you traveled only to, with whatever information you have, and with the squeaking of the wheel if the turn, then you have to be basically magic.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
You sure about that?
1 second. Okay.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Yeah, this lady.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Okay.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right.
Do you want anything to know about the murder? We will probably, if I remember and assume correctly, we will run into him at some point. It would be pretty close, obvious that the story will take us there.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer.
Sounds unhealthy.
As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Okay.
Good luck, Chief.
She's creepy.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail.
I remember this dude. He was a little bit weird.
He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and prodding your nose.
And he's even weirder than I remembered.
Fascinating.
Okay.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough.
Okay.
It is pleasurable to meet you. Is there? Wherever do you keep it? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe.
Several minutes, okay. Usually if I read books, it takes me basically literally forever. I finished, I think, in my life 3 books at least. Those I read myself.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Yeah, let's go with mysticism.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Now one of my most hated characters in the game.
Plague-stricken
this dude.
Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I would either slap him or do this. Say,
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
yeah, I can cook.
Music.
At least in real life.
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
More or less.
Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Not really.
Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook and tailor, but your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun.
Cosmetics and personal hygiene is, in my opinion, something different.
Beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
Nah, let's go without punching.
Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in.
He's just such a cunt.
Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now,
okay. Let's pick up the stuff around here and then continue. Ooh, the onion. Yep, if I remember correctly, we are supposed to go up here.
And if she tries to run, shoot attack him.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's God-walking, you know. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Sounds not really encouraging.
Keep those bolts trained on her. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
Imagine being that scared from an old lady.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
others whose lives must end.
You can't even see my eyes. I have a bucket.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Oh.
Means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Boom. And we are still alive.
What's happened?
Yeah, that's actually one of the most important buttons in the game. Let's take the stuff and just eat it. I think if you eat it, you gain the knowledge of what it does. Yeah. So basically, like in Skyrim. Ooh. Okay. I want this equip. Oh, down there. And two poison. Okay, I guess. That one is water. Okay. Anything in here? There's probably a way to get in here. If I knew how. I remember I somehow got in here at some point. And there was actually some nice stuff in here. But I don't remember how. And to be honest, I don't want to stick around and have to borrow with all of this. But there's still a few tasty corpses. Maybe some of them have something interesting. I don't think so. It's gonna be worth it. So let's get out of here. A few gold I might get. And that's really worth it. Actually, what were you? What was this? thought I could... Oh, I could have it over the fire. There's a dog in here. Gold cup, yeah. Seems nice. If you had animal handler, you might be able to go through here without killing the dog.
That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
I know I have a lockpick, but you tend to break. And actually, just to be sure.
Thank the gods. By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
He leaps to attention and brandishes his blade.
And he's poisoned. Ow. You want some? Yeah, let's take the bait. And we won. Okay. And it doesn't count as sleeping. Okay, some gold. You can literally pick up paintings like this. The only thing is, they are horrendously heavy. What's the main thing I'm here for? Okay. Actually, 3 healing. Let's go through here.
Get off this wreck, and quick!
Yeah, I have to be very quick, so I have to loot a little bit, at least. Okay, the weapons room looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Ooh. This guy is actually one of my favorite characters.
And are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
That's one of the best
The
questions.
skeleton groans and
But
looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page
already
to
answers.
page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me.
That's actually better than I remember.
No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the seafloor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So, try to avoid that, perhaps.
Yep, let's...
The skeleton resumes his search, leafing through page after page, while hunching over the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
Yeah, it's just a little inconvenience that humans tend to die if you get too much water in your lungs. Ooh, a bow might actually be useful. Okay, I didn't think this through. I removed the water, but added electro. Okay, now I could go in there, but I don't think there's anything useful. Actually, I have maybe no. Didn't have an idea. My idea was actually let's go in here. I didn't see their chest. I now wonder if there were an explosive barrel, I would have just picked it up and threw it against the wall door, blew it off. I'm pretty sure it's not worth it. Unless it is. Now I want to know. Open the door for me. Okay, no. It's not gonna work. Unless I'm gonna stand here for an hour. Ow. 100 XP. Actually, not that bad. Can I actually... 1 second. No, I don't have any skill points. Okay. Okay, I guess a pocket deliver. The tentacle. That's a nice feature and at the same time a little bit of a problem sometimes. Your character, unless you really point him through obstacle like fire or poison, he won't move there. Might it be worth it to do this? Let's have a try. I don't know. I want to be greedy. Put it up here. Now put it up here. Oh. I'm still impressed how much you can fit in your pockets in the game. Okay, that should be fine. And it was not even worth it. Okay.
Go shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
So the smaller you are, the further you are up the line in regards of rescue.
One of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's be nice.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Maybe we get some loot. At the very least, people will be, I assume at least, a little bit more nice towards us.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Okay. Stab her and move on. Ooh, but I can. Ooh, if we would have a hat. Do I want a hat? No. Actually. Ooh, yeah, he's a geomancer, I think.
Let the games begin.
Okay.
They who are about to triumph.
That's also geomancer magic.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Literally, every prisoner in here has a knife. I think they run the prisoner ship a little bit the wrong way.
Hurts, doesn't it?
That's such an asshole move, but it's super normal if you play with friends. Just throw an explosive at an enemy, but your friend is standing literally centimeters away from him.
We make a pretty good team.
Stop, Harry. This old tub is about to burst.
Okay, that's nothing. But we saved the people. And we have a level up. Does these assholes leave me behind? That's not... That's cool. Not the fact that they left me behind, but...
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Only saved through Deus Ex Machina.
We lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Now we actually get into a tutorial area. Finish the pre-tutorial. Ah.
Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems something wanted me alive.
The water graphics. It looks just nice. I think this was a
The order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
I think that was a teleporter's statue.
This won't be of any use.
Kitty.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
Bit racist.
Well, elves eat people and their pets. Elves don't know the alphabet.
Yeah, the eat people part is pretty spot on, considering I picked the elf exactly for that reason. That one you can interpretate a little bit differently. They eat people only if they want to. No.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard. He lifts his mirror up to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
Okay. What is he doing?
I don't see any sauce on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy.
The sauce.
they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured, and maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
Should we tell him? Yeah.
He didn't die. Guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You'll see.
Pressure. Bowstring. Yeah. If you had teleportation, that's a skill, or there are different skills. I think there's one that lets you jump, one that gives you wings, and so on. But if you have one of them, you could jump up here. I'm pretty sure of it. But I don't have any. But for this character, I really want teleportation, since you can use teleportation in a fight. You can literally just pick enemy or whatever up and teleport it around. If I remember correctly. Like I said, I usually play the summoner character more or less. So I think I barely got far enough where you could reasonably get teleportation. Those two little chumps. The only thing is, I don't even know how to sneak anymore. There's a button. Oh, that is. There it is. Still, the corpses might have something nice and tasty on them.
They've made it to shore.
Oops. I want to at least poison him already. He has to come to me. Oops. Oh, hello.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Nothing. Some liver. Oops. X. Here. Crops might have something. Oh, that's actually nice.
I'm wondering which
order. I assume you heard of Baldur's Gate 3. That game was pretty big very recently. It's basically the precursor. It's from the same developer and the game they worked on before Baldur's Gate 3. So it's very heavily inspired by D&D and other tabletop games. It's pretty cool, RPG. Okay. I don't have animal handler. Otherwise I could talk to him and get his quest. It's like it looks like. It's a squirrel with the title Sir, so he's a knight, riding on a skeleton of a cat. He's cool. Ah, that's a huge brick. I don't really like this though.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
I don't like him, so let's go. I guess. I don't really know what to do with the shells, but why not? Let's have a look up here.
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes.
Okay. At least he got a grave. It's probably be better than 90% of the people around here get. I think we are supposed to go down here. Up here is probably not the nicest area. Oh. What's in here? Treasure?
Wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank.
Animation. I animated, I think, 2 or 3 things in my life. So, no. For animation, if you're good in animation, if you can produce animation, your art skill is basically pretty good. Even if it's shitty, it still takes quite a bit of artistic talent to make animations, which I don't really have. So I can do very simple animations. I understand it somewhat. It's not... I can grasp the idea. I can produce simple stuff, but not really.
He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
The corpse looks a little bit like Shrek.
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply up. After a few more tugs at the man's chest, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
I like this dude. Literally trying to rip the face off of that guy.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't! Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
That's a nice way to, yeah. Well, you survived somehow. You were a little bit more buoyant. Yeah, lungs didn't quite fill up with water. Ooh, that's actually also a nice question to ask. If I can get some stuff.
It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Oh yes, an exceptionally common but exceptionally valuable commodity.
Face. I really like this dude.
A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone, but as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal.
Sounds like something you would really grow tired of. If you're just a basically normal dude, but everyone who is probably mostly villager and whatever try to burn you alive just because you're a skeleton.
Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! You are simple beasts, and you simply do not like my... well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Simply put, I am an eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Yeah.
I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous.
I want him in my party.
You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours?
I want him to become more or less something like an assassin in my imagination. So a frontline fighter, and that's because of two, and a little bit of stealthy. That's of two main things. Skeletons in this game have the first huge ability, which might also be a little hindrance, a heal from poison and get damaged by healing. So if you throw poison at, if you play skeleton and drink a healing potion, you can literally kill yourself with it. But with poison, it's just fine. So you can just blow up some poison grenades and basically heal yourself while everyone around you dies. And the other thing why I want him to be more assassin, thief-like character, they have the skeleton fingers, which are basically lockpicks. So they have infinite lockpicks.
Ah, you seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized. Very well. What do you require?
That sounds like the thing I want. Chip blade? I don't know. Okay, no. A rogue, yeah. A rogue sounds nice.
One hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see. Splendid.
Continue.
Well, let's be off.
At least.
Its eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
Oh.
Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused.
I didn't notice the cat right now. At least want him to have one barrel of poison in his inventory, since, like I said, you can basically use it to detonate yourself. Wood chips, okay. Actually, I think the hood is enough, so he can run around without getting killed immediately. Actually, just take everything. I forgot I can level up. Okay. Intelligence is probably... yeah. Intelligence. No. Leadership, not really. I need telekinesis. I really want telekinesis. I think... one second, where was it? Hydra Fist is more healing oriented, so I'm gonna go with this one, since I want him to be basically the healer. Ah, they are slightly better. And they look better. Okay.
I've spotted something.
Okay. Actually, I want to look at something. Dual hand skills. Yeah, since he is a rogue, he is probably gonna. Oh, I don't have a
the right tool for digging.
shovel. Remember this? I have to come back for that. I knew somewhere is a shovel, but I don't know where somewhere it is. Oh, I know where somewhere is. And somewhere is up here. Cooking pot, okay. I guess. I am not sure what I'm gonna do with skull of a bird, but guess I need it. What do we got? Ooh, actually, nice stuff. Okay, what is it? Since he is currently our front row fighter, let's give it to him. That's actually not too bad compared to our weapons, but none of our character this far is any good with ranged. Pretty sure down here will be something. Besides a weak kid. Barrel. Well, yeah, why not? Let's talk to the weird kid.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh?
She sounds very confrontable.
I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
Okay. I'm a little bit weirded out, but okay. Is my telekinesis strong enough? Yep. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the bottle of water, but actually, I think that's more supposed to be a stepping stone. So you can teleport of whatever over here and jump over here and whatever. But I don't have any skills that would allow me to do that. Ooh, those things were pretty cool looking, I remember. And slightly disgusting.
Magister, now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Atusa, please.
Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
Need I repeat myself?
But I know nothing of any Verdus.
I can't wait all day. We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our
Okay, that's a repeat.
Sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
I don't like her.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious.
This are supposed to be the nice people.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
That's actually not a good idea. The blood loss, if you just cut it out, your tongue out, just like that, might kill you. Even if you don't account for infections.
My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you. To think you would lie to his only son, bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the void destroy it. Alice?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
Yeah, those are for sure the good people. Can I get her corpse?
Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
No.
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
I like his attitude. I think I would be great friends with this guy. Ooh. Now I can use my special ability.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas. He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot.
Okay, sure, so she was guilty. We know now. And if you didn't understand, elves in this game are literally able to eat body parts and get some spells, some information and whatnot, so you can eat corpses. For joy. Okay, yeah. Oh, hello. You missed an execution. The fact that we ate the person who got executed.
I told him I'd known exactly. Didn't I?
Where to go? There's actually quite a bit to do in Fort Joy. First, we plunder.
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hollers after that child.
Yeah. That's the main previously, I don't know if you were here, well, when the kid asked, yeah, I don't want to talk to elves because they eat people. That's literally, they eat people. That's the main reason why I play an elf. They can sometimes enemies or drop body parts, or you can find them lying around, and you can literally learn skills from them, so spells or whatever, or learn information, so yeah, the treasure's over there, or this person is doing this or this. So it's very nice, and you heal, obviously. And you can eat your own flesh to gain extra points to attack.
Got to cut that out. What's happened to ya?
Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Matters a cooker, that one, and twice as loud. Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child of hers, killed by a void woken she was. Been dead and buried for a month now. Never even stepped foot in Fortjoy.
Okay.
And there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back.
Please, can you... An elf! Stay away, cannibal. If I find out you've gone near my baby, I'll skin you alive.
I basically have to use this, don't I?
Away from me, savage! It's your fault we're all here in the first place. It's your fault she's gone.
Okay, yeah. I never really had an elf as a main character before in this game, and I never really noticed how racist people are towards elves.
She's gone, Farah. Gone.
They really don't like them. Ooh.
Farah. She ain't coming back.
Read. I read. I think I read already. I'm gonna put in here. Bucket can go actually. I need you. A fun thing in this game is, as long as you have enough strength to carry stuff around, you can fill your inventory infinitely to infinity, and you can actually open a backpack, put a other backpack in this backpack, and once again, and basically have infinite space, even though your inventory is already infinite in the first place. It's pretty fun.
As though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me. You seem fine. Don't you feel how tight this collar is? And there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar, but there's no space to be made.
I just realized you can... Okay, that's actually pretty huge. You can scroll up and look at the dialogue. And at some point I have to steal their stuff, but I'm not yet confident enough in my combat prowess. I say, yeah, I want to steal stuff, and immediately the game shows me, yeah, if you commit crimes. Good thing that I have the feet. Veiled undead, okay. One cool thing about the undead is you can, one of the special skills is super huge. You can play undead. So you can literally in the middle of battle just say, yep, I don't want to stop. Lay on the ground like you died. and they will assume, yeah, he's a skeleton, so he's dead, so the battle is over. Ooh, soap.
Look up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about. Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Baldur. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
That's the first time I saw the name Sam with 2 A.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she
The
were my
Reds.
wife, I'd be happy for her.
Okay.
A flat smile twitches across Balladur's lips.
She never did like you.
Ooh, we get some loot. We could probably resolve that without bloodshed, but I wouldn't have got stuff from his corpse, so. And I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get myself something to drink. So, 2 minutes or so. I have returned, so let's hang out in Fort Joy a little longer. And steal some whatever I can find, basically. Pretty sure. I think there was a pretty strong enemy up here. I played through Fort Troy, I think at least 3 or 4 times by now. But the sad thing is, I never got too much further than that.
Crumbling disaster. Scram, snake face.
Okay, yeah. People here seem to be quite racist.
Worse than war bashing.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down on the table.
Yeah.
What? Who's asking?
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening. Sure, have a look.
Let's see what he has to offer me. Okay. I can apparently eat the shells. Okay, I didn't know that there were armor bottles, but potions. But I guess why not? Bottle of beer. Getting some money, why not?
Shipment you was asking after. Give it down, will you?
Don't really need this one. I have one of them already. That's also crap. Wooden pitchfork. Okay. Yeah, why not? It should be fine. Take your leave. Can't pick up the barrel. That looks quite unhealthy, not gonna lie. Please don't touch me. Pretty sure undead can't get sick, so...
Leave me. Go. Get away. Get back. At least wait till I've croaked my last, if you want to study me.
Actually... Oh... Ooh, telekinesis is just... super nice. It's fantastic. Okay, that's a bit sad. I thought telekinesis might be able to do that. But for example, if you had teleportation or polymorph with the wings, you could jump up there or get up there and just get around a huge pain in the ass. Yeah, I think you will understand that's not the most pleasant entry. There's the blacksmith.
I find any bread, I want no trouble.
Bread or brisket, toes the same.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth, you filthy cud chewer.
Have your cud.
Disgusting, just like all your kind.
Disgusting like theft. Disgusting like threats.
Grave God, will you...
Dear one, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
He's also one of my favorite characters.
Sit down aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours.
Yep,
I've
I
just
want
got a
him.
small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
May I, if you want to call it that?
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place.
And the best thing is, this dude has animal handler, so I can talk to the cat and the squirrel.
Get out of here. The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
I don't like this dude.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, what other skills?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Since I'm ranged, he would be also ranged. The skeleton dude is close combat, but basically glass cannon. And the next I want to have basically as a tank. So
Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
okay. Talk.
Another giant speaks, Quercus. No, never. I will pay it no notice. One of its troop has an air of nobility about it, but this one...
Okay.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. What? No, that can't be. I can't... Hey, stop following me. Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
Okay.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
It's still there, Quercus. Do you think it'll ever leave us in peace?
Yeah, the squirrel is fun at the very least. Let's have a look at his weapons. 7 to 8. Toy crossbow. It has a higher damage output. I assume this one is better.
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel a bony hand on your arm. Fane leans in and whispers in your ear.
Okay.
If it would be acceptable, I have an inquiry for this human. It is of a personal nature. And if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather awkward.
Fane approaches the blacksmith and quietly speaks to her. You can't overhear much, but he seems to be gesturing towards her head an awful lot.
I hope he won't steal her face.
Fane's words are quiet, but you hear the blacksmith repeat, "Face ripper," in shock. She slowly starts to back away.
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get too, freak!
Fane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't go as he'd expected. He is lost in thought, though. She must have said something he found interesting.
Okay.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
I assume that's the gloves for the those what do you call them?
And what you after?
Monstrous guards?
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever.
Dallas. Made these herself for those bodyguards of hers. Boy,
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? All manner of things. Have a look.
Okay, what do you have? Ooh, summoning stuff. That's actually not too bad, but it's a bit too much money for my taste, at least right now. Leather scraps, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Yep, let's leave for now. Actually, I want to... Okay. I can't level any of them up. Ooh, yeah, I should probably do this. Yeah, that's fine. What's going on over here? Backslash. Adrenaline, I don't know. Okay. Can actually be useful. Okay, I need to find some spells. Yep, this far, those are my favorite characters. A skeleton dude who wants, who's basically just so, yeah, I'm immortal and you all suck because you are not as good as me because you can die. And he tried to rip someone's face off to make his own mask. And a mercenary who's actually relatively nice, but super badass mercenary who would just kill you if you stand in his way, because, yeah, why not? Okay. The skeleton dude is fantastic, but also they are slightly hard to play. I never picked him before. I like his character, he's fantastic, but they have a few drawbacks that, if you don't consider them, might fire back. For example, they heal with poison. If I gave him a healing potion, that's a pretty huge one, it would basically be suicide for him. He would die after one sip. But if I throw some poison at him, he would just heal up. So my plan for him is basically an assassin, since skeletons, their skeleton fingers also function as lockpicks. I want him as an assassin, full with poison stuff. He already has a poison barrel. Just let him run into their enemies, stab them a little bit. If it gets dicey, I'll just throw some poison at him. Everyone around him will get damage. He will heal like it's nothing. And one other huge drawback for skeletons is they are not quite as resistant against fire than other character, and a lot of mages use fire. I think I have the thing to...
With human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
I think I have the thing to complete this quest.
Quite lost. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear. Dear, darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
Okay, so he has a flower as a child.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
Just realized I should probably move this a little bit. I think that's slightly better. Could I... Why not? I can just do this. It's probably even better. Continue.
For you, my ring, part of me, name of Migo. Thank you.
That's one of the very few quest lines I somewhat remember. The thing is, that's pretty good. The thing is, if you don't have the flower in your inventory, he will attack you, and I think you can imagine what this kind of dude would do to you. And we've got restoration, so we have one healing spell. And actually, that's fine down here. Anything else? No. Chunk of flesh. Ooh, actually, let's munch down on the piece of flesh.
Man's flesh slides down your throat. You feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. You are Finn. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met him. A bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so hard you can barely use them. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. Her eyes are kind. She comes closer. She says she wants to talk.
Okay, we picked this chunk of flesh up off the corpse on the ship, of the mangled corpse. So if we had picked it up before going to the old lady, we would have known that she is responsible.
She reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer Finn. You return to yourself with a jolt.
But we've got a new skull. A trilogy. That's not really the best skill, but yeah, I guess It's for free, so
Pretty.
now the skull sticks around, so that's actually pretty nice. If you have enough corpses, and if you're lucky, you don't really have to buy a lot of spells. Consume. Okay, I thought the intestines might also be usable. It's actually not that good. I think I just remembered something. I need a lot of poison. Just because. Okay. Because this is basically a health potion for Mr. Skeleton. Oh. Anything else? Nope. There's one more companion I want to pick up, but I don't know where he is. I guess I'll take a skull. This dude seems a bit under the weather. 1 HP.
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort. Why, look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? An old deed here'd thank you too if he could.
Okay, I want those. They're gonna be mine.
Over there, crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Doomed to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out.
Okay, I need you, I need...
What were you thinking, messing with Griff's roots anyhow?
Okay. Steal from the less fortunate. Yeah.
Is it not enough that you travel with me?
Okay, let's reload. Maybe at night I'm gonna run around and steal more stuff. I might switch up the skills from my main in regards of telekinesis to the skeleton as well, because having a rogue with telekinesis is probably pretty good. That looks not very hedgehog.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
That's why I don't really want her in my party. She seems a little bit bonkers.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, so I can decide your fate here and now. There is no other elf like me.
I wanted to use the elf card once.
A pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Because it is my desire to question him intensely. As for the reason, you're staring at it. You see, once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
I don't really want her in my party. I usually always picked her. I think she's supposed to be more or less an assassin, but I had her as a mage. But I have already roles filled. I don't really, and she was very attractive as a party member since she's an elf, so I don't have to get another elf. I am the one who eats flesh, so she doesn't really have any benefits to endure her crazy.
Your death will be slower, more painful, but fair enough, if you insist.
She removes the needle and draws her weapon.
Let's play.
Okay, let's fight her. She's a little bit too bogus.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, she has the assassin fighting style, but so do I. Yeah, assassin is pretty nice, not gonna lie. But you are supposed to pick her, you can pick her as a companion, which, yeah, now it's impossible. But her knives are even worse than mine. Backpack, anything in here? Let's put the backpack in the backpack. Yeah, you have to say she was a assassin class, so they can dish out and jump around, but if you hit them, they go down. And so my Skeletute basically healed through that. Actually, I can demonstrate something fun. Skeletute, oops. Skeletute, you go over here. I should probably get rid of this one. So he should be perfectly fine. He healed. So as long as I fire poison at him, he will be perfectly fine. I still remember I thought a few skeletons late in the game, and I forgot to unequip my poison staff. So I had played a summoner mage, actually the lady here, and I had a very nice high damage poison staff, and we wondered why are those skeletons this strong, until we beat them after quite a while. And yeah, it was because I healed basically every time I attacked them. Yeah, like I said, one strategy, that's the main thing why I want to try him, is basically load him up with poison barrels, and if something goes wrong, just blow everything up with poison. In theory, he should be perfectly fine. And I think I have to do another Steely Steel. Okay, not really as exciting as I thought. The huge issue is you should never have healing bottles in his inventory. The first time I tried a skeleton once but I think I never left the ship with him. I died because I thought, yeah, I have to heal. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I drank a healing potion and died. And his sneak, okay, is probably not too bad. Oops. His sneak should be higher than of any other character of mine, since he is the assassin. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we supposed to go? Anything interesting? That's where we found Mr. Skeleton. But we couldn't go on. I think we get there through no. I think we get there somehow later on. Oh yeah, the one thing I wanted last character from my party. I don't know where he is hanging out, but it's probably somewhere around here, I would assume. Oh yeah, that's where the stabbing took place. No. Any verse? No. No one over here. Ooh. Ready. Actually, can talk to them. Where's that rat?
You there?
Hey.
You just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one.
Mr. Skeleton will handle himself.
Listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast.
You're not... You can actually soft lock, completely lock out some quests by killing NPCs. For example, like the bonkers lady. You could have, she's one of the main character of the game. She is the one lady on the character, on the game art, so of the cover art. So you could literally walk up to a shop, kill everyone inside, steal everything that's lying around there because no one else is gonna need it, and yeah, you probably locked out a few quests, but you can kill basically everyone you see. There are probably some exceptions, but even relatively major characters, so there are some that are important later on in quests. If you are strong enough, you can just walk up, kill him, and you're finished. So, yeah.
I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out.
I just realized his staff it seems quite disgusting to me. It's a stick with a shell on it, and that has a poop stink cloud.
I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested?
I don't really want to break out with him.
Your loss, my friend. Your very great loss.
Yep. Actually, should I do it? And let's find the other dude first. I want him first, and then we can have a little quick save. And basically, we will die, but you could just say, yep. I don't like this area. Let's kill everyone in here. And yeah, as a few people would start and stop you, basically everyone. But as long as you can kill them, you are fine. Actually, I can't remember this. This dude is a bit of an asshole. When I played this with a friend, we finished Fort Troy, so we did everything we wanted to and whatever. But before we went further into the game, we just executed everyone around here so we can steal his inventory. I think we literally wiped out the whole of Fort Troy just to steal a few things. It was not really worth it, but yeah. That's a weird painting. Oh, okay. Just imagine getting this painting done. You would have to stand there like this without the shirt and the dude painting you for hours, staring at you. That's... I wouldn't say that's comfortable. But I still don't see the dwarf. I want a dwarf in my party. This is gonna be a complete sausage fest. Even though, yeah, skeleton, yeah, not quite. But the dwarf seems like a cool character usually. But I don't know where he is. Or where he's supposed to be, maybe. We can run around outside of Fort Troy a little bit. There's still a few things I might want to find, I think. So, why not? Now that we have a little bit more manpower. If you think about it, it's even worse than GTA, since in GTA they are a character you can't kill because they are important, and here you literally can kill most people. I think you could actually, like I did before, you can attack one of their companions. So you can literally kill companions, and I'm not absolutely certain, but I think you could just kill off one of your character and just let him be dead. So you don't have to revive him or anything. You could just pick up someone else and say, yep, I'm fine with that. Ooh, is my telekinesis strong enough? Please tell me yes. Okay, I need to level up. Need to kill a lot more. I want the chest. I don't think there's anything else to do outside. Actually, we could kill those thugs up here. They have, I think, a book and a potion or something. So, why not? The game is absolutely fantastic. You can get quite creative with most things in the game. So, like I said, you can, for example, if I remember correctly, you can learn the spell teleportation, so you can teleport yourself somewhere up, for example, over here. But 1 second. Where was it? Over here. You're supposed to go through here and fight through the guards here. But if you had teleportation, which you usually don't have at this state, you could just teleport a dude up here, drop down the ladder, and just run around and skip this whole section. Or you can use teleportation and teleport a dude from an enemy just somewhere else. Because, yeah, I don't want him here, so let's have him go into a pit of lava. Yeah, they have a spell book. I want a spell book.
Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we?
Yeah, I have a dude who likes fresh faces as well.
Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house.
Should we try?
Off to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshie. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then.
Yeah, I want to kill him, so...
You just met for your misfortune, are you? Ease off, or I'll go ahead and double what you owe.
Yeah, let's escalate it. Ow. That was not really nice. What is that? Oh, I should have done that before. Oh, she's a necromancer, I think. Okay. Let's heal ourselves and just blast this dude. And run like a little bitch. Why can't I attack him? There, that's the super nice. Yeah, and the problem is skeletons are weak to fire, but that's one of the super nice skills skeletons have. You can't just play that. Oh, that's the problem. The basically skipped. Basically you lock this area off, so I guess that's fine. Ooh, that's actually a huge spell. I should have put it over here, but I didn't read that. You can that it is poison. The fact that it is poison is pretty huge. And I should run like a little bitch. Mr. Skeleton will survive. I believe in him. Okay, that was slightly bad. Yeah, Mr. Skeleton will survive. I'm sure of that. I believe in Mr. Skeleton. Okay. Yep, you have friendly fire in this game. Oh. And that literally can't do anything. Okay. Yeah, I basically have to move a little at least. Friendly fire can actually be a huge issue in this game. Okay, he's done for. Oh, I didn't want to do that actually, but I guess that's fine. Sometimes it's a little bit problematic if you misclick and run somewhere instead of attacking or whatever. Oh, I should have done that. Oh, I don't have any backstab. I'm just gonna go for it. Test it. Okay. Was not as effective as I thought. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna do nothing. Okay. Okay, that would work. Just shoot him. Mr. Skeleton might be in trouble. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. At least nothing. Nah, nothing. Yeah, you get healing. And now you stab this lady. And now, yeah, he's basically my tank right now, even though he's an assassin. So, I need. Where's the damn thing? There it is. And we are all healed up. Battle rolls are basically magic. Ooh, it was worth it. It was very worth it. The plate is probably not worth a lot. Ooh, the axe might be nice for a new companion when we get him. Okay. I need a healing potion for... Yeah, didn't you know that? If you break something, just lay down and sleep it off. Don't be a crybaby. So Mr. Skeleton, he also has the best armor currently of our whole team, so he's basically a tank right now. Let's give him a little love. Anything... Oops, no. The healing potion is supposed to be in here. Anything else I need to take care of? Useless, okay. Glad to have it. That's actually also... Yeah, he is... The thing that makes him tanky is the fact that you can heal him up and that he has actual armor. If you compare him to anyone else in here, he has armor stats. He has twice the armor of this dude, even more than twice. Yeah, didn't you never want to fight Mr. Skeleton? I actually wanted to do something in here, but I don't... Oh, I wanted to book. Okay. That was not what I wanted, but I guess. Still, I want the skeleton, the skeleton, the dwarf in the party, but I can't find him. There is one spot where he might reside. Actually, 2 spots. Let's go down here first. One friend of mine with whom I played, he picked dwarf once, and I think he just ran off somewhere down here, but I can't remember exactly. But we can go in here for now. There's one spot I want to visit, but I'd rather have a full party at that point. It will get nasty down there. This one, I don't remember what happens.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
Anything cool? No. Nope. We should probably talk to someone. What is wrong with you?
The girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you.
Firekeeper?
She couldn't have seen your face.
Hello, stranger. A strange person from a strange time. I wonder, do you even know how lost you are? I see it before my eyes.
I didn't even notice I ran around at him.
You do, someday.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave.
She sounds weird.
My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much.
She sounds like she's in a cult.
He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek.
I guess I'm gonna help your cult leader.
You bring me great peace. Thank you, my friend. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him.
I think she wants us to find the Red Baron, but I don't want him. I want Mr. Dwarf. Ooh, poison. So, I don't know. I don't think the dwarf is residing down here. I want him before I get in any proper battle. You saw what those 3 thugs did to me. Just, I don't know. It was not really pleasant. Where might he be? If I can't find him, I'm just gonna use racial profiling and ask the dwarves, because they probably know each other. Hello, dude. Where's Mr. Dwarf?
I've got that special shipment you was asking after.
Take your coin then.
What kind of special shipment? I want some too.
Hey, you're a little
Maybe.
pack, ain't you, mate? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. Only the finest, you know.
Ooh. That's actually the assassin tree. Okay, useless, 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 useless. Glad we talked to her. Let's talk to the prisoner, I guess.
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf.
Let's be nice.
Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate and you got yourself a deal.
Maybe we are gonna be nice enough. Okay, he's not here. Damn it. Where's the fucking dwarf? Down here you really want a full party. Otherwise you will be wiped out. I didn't know where I might have missed him. That's the grumpy old dude. That's... okay, the corpse is still... let's say not the best shape. Maybe the dwarf of Peter knows anything.
Where is
Let's try if it works.
Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine lands, yet I feel his absence deep in my heart all the same. You may feel like an inmate here, but you and your captors are the same stuff. In race and customs, if not heart. You'll see what a difference that can make. Go well, my child.
Let's try the elf, maybe.
Greetings, child. You must be very far from your homelands indeed. Hurts to be so far from your loved ones, eh? I know the feeling.
Okay.
It pains me to hear that. Now that the divine has gone, our world's duller, darker than ever before. When he comes back, he'll bring a gentler world with him.
Okay. not really any information I wanted. Maybe the dwarf is hanging around the blacksmith somewhere. Actually, let's... I want to talk to you.
Say, do all lizards smell like oranges, or is it just that crazy fella with the pointy tail?
Oranges? Okay, have a nice sleep. Where's Mr. Dwarf? Yeah. We should just go into the caves. Or actually, I might end it here, since it's getting late. And I might have to do some stuff. But I will pick it up here. At the latest next week, I would say. I don't know how often I'm gonna stream Divinity Origins into, but I'm gonna finish it. I have to now. So let's save proper. And I would say till tomorrow, maybe Divinity, maybe Statue Valley. I'm not sure yet. Both is a decent probability. So, have a nice day. Goodbye.